All right, and here we go again. Welcome back. I'm Evan.
And I'm Matt.
We're the SummoNerds. So here we go with Torgan one more time. I wanted to give this deck a win. This is the same day, obviously, that we played the other game, the last game. Matt has changed decks. He wanted to go ahead and be Sam. I was going to include these both in one video and show you both games because they're kind of related. So if you haven't watched the other video, I'll link it in the description. The reason I didn't make them both one video is you can kind of see the length of these videos. It would have been an enormous one episode. So because this game is long, and I cut a lot of minutes out of this current episode you're about to watch with fast forwarding the dead times. And I was talking to Matt when he came over today, and we were discussing that there actually wasn't a lot of dead time in this game. This hour and 18-minute monstrosity you're looking at was mostly active throughout. There were only a few noticeable moments.
Right, there are just a lot of turns involved.
So, got Bragg and 4 Glory again in my first hand, 4 Glory, but fine. And Bragg and 2 Walls, and that's kind of the main important thing here. Just want to throw that out there. That 4 Glory happening right away again was kind of unfortunate. Anyhow.
And, yeah, we did start off. The Warrior Angel did sneeze or something. I rolled a couple of ones there.
Yeah.
And the shooter had to wipe its face off with the...
Warrior Angel snot. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got this nice lucky little position where my shooter stays alive. Not that is huge for either of us, but it's nice to not give him that early magic, I guess. Gives me a couple extra dice this turn.
And yeah, that Berserker attacking the Warrior Angel doesn't mean any. Sam's ability doesn't mean anything in that scenario because the Berserker is already handicapped in that way.
Yeah, and they don't. Those abilities do not stack. So that's wonderful for me that the Berserker's recklessness is not a problem on top of Sam's ability. So yeah, the shooter just didn't hit the honor guard. So its turn of life there wasn't too huge.
Right.
All right, he's got Cherubim in this deck. Abolished right away in that first hand. That's nice. Warrior or Woeful Brothers.
Woeful Brothers, one of my favorite commons.
Oh my gosh, they're amazing.
Yeah, they're right up there with Warlocks.
When we very first got Sam his deck, the Woeful Brothers were the commons in his deck I was most willing to build out of it to take out because Warrior Angels just seemed like such an amazing improvement from normal Angels. They're that one extra cost is a bummer, but that one extra attack we've kind of talked about that before. 2 attack is I feel like more than twice as good as 1 attack, if that makes sense. Like it's so useful to have 2 attack die. So and their ability to fly over things and give that positioning for Sam is great. Honor guards have one of my favorite abilities in the game, and having 3 life on a Vanguard unit just feels so good, especially
Absolutely.
with Sam because he keeps them alive for even longer. But Vanguard units with 3 life is just it feels so nice.
Oh, I know, I agree, but
then when we started playing with them more, obviously we realized the Woefuls are key.
And we didn't initially, right off the bat, understand the combo potential of the Divine Protection and the Woeful Brothers ability.
Yeah.
Also didn't realize, like, at that time, how big a deal swapping places with something was.
Yeah, that's huge. Also, I don't think it had dawned on us how often things just miss the Woeful Brothers. Like, I mean, that they often get hit and they often die, but, you're pretty likely, if you keep the Woeful Brothers up in range of an enemy attack for most of the game, if you just keep some Woeful Brothers near Sam, it's pretty likely that somewhere along the line, especially when you take into account Sam's ability, someone's going to miss the Woeful Brothers, and just out of a bad luck, they're going to roll 2 or 3 dice against a Woeful Brother and miss all of them. And you won't even have to use the Divine Protection, and then you could have some really big opening because your opponent was not expecting you to be able to do that. I've won games on that phenomenon happening. I can think of one in particular where Matt was Nakuya, and it was a really, I was in a position where I probably wouldn't have lasted that much longer, and I got to switch places, and it was huge. That switching places can just be game breaking.
Mm-hmm. And well, the other thing is just when you understand what you're playing against, Sam's deck, it makes it hard to attack a Woeful Brother because you have to set things up in a certain way because like if he has a Divine Protection, he can switch this no matter what.
Yeah.
So like, do I bother wasting my movements and my attacks on attacking this Woeful Brother, or do I avoid it? And like both ways sound bad because
you're either allowing your opponent to advance unchecked or you're playing into their hands. It's one or the other, and neither one of those is good. So the Woefuls, and if you've got Master Bullock in your deck, Woefuls can become terrifying ranged units. Average in a sense, but like for their cost, with two with range, is really big for 2 cost. That's a huge deal. So, and then Master Bullock himself is a reasonable champion. 5 life, 3 attack range is nice.
Mm-hmm.
So, Woeful Brothers are clearly the way to go in Sam's deck. I would really have a hard time taking them out these days. I have really wanted to, for a long time, buy another Sam deck and do a 10 Woeful Brothers in 1 Sam deck build. And with Master Bullock, of course, and then Strong Spirits will have a little more of a reason to be played. And maybe you can... Because oftentimes what happens with Strong Spirits is I discard my first one, and then I play the second one. And the second one either comes in the mid or late game, and then I get maybe 2 magic back. That's a pretty average play. But if you had 10 Woeful Brothers in your deck, you might get 5 magic back with those Strong Spirits, and that'd be great.
Yep.
So we'll just see if we eventually start buying duplicates of the same decks. That's I'll try that out for you guys, and you can see if that works well or not.
Mm-hmm.
But as of now, I've just not. We have no duplicates of the decks.
Right. Yeah, the priority was definitely get every team.
Yeah, get at least one of everybody. That was the key thing, which is what we've been able to do so far. So, all right, Matt's going for my Berserker. He gets it. No, Berserker. Yeah, Berserker.
Yeah, that is what it is. I'm like, I hope it's what it's called. That's what I called it last
time. No, I'm just not thinking straight. That's fine. So, Berserker number 2 does not die there.
Took 1 hit from the Woeful.
Yep. He's just keeping a nice forward position on me, keeping my walls covered, which is good. Protects Sam. Sam's in range of all of his units. That honor guard is hard to kill, so I'm gonna try. Apparently, I didn't remember that move, but that's fine. So here we go. Got Torgan. I'm just kind of trying to save magic, attack his commons, work towards maybe Bragg, who is in my hand, and I don't want to waste yet again because he's too important to the theme of my deck. I missed that 4 to hit 3 again. Dang it.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking, I don't know, when I was Hogar too and I was using the Crusher, I don't think in any of our games that we've shown here, I don't think any of the Crushers have ever connected.
No, I don't think any of them have ever hit 4 to hit 3. And I know 4 to hit 3 on this particular honor guard was actually unlikely because he's within range of Sam, so 3s don't count. However, I still would have expected him to... Actually, no. Would it just not give a wound? Is that what would happen?
If the Crusher Estoril misses to die.
Yeah.
But the honor guard wouldn't die. If it was like 4-3 or something, he would just take 2 wounds.
He would just take 2 wounds, yeah. So it was actually still likely that the Crusher survived that, but that's fine. Torgan got 2 wounds on it, so it's all right. So we've got some commons and events in Matt's hand. I didn't see all of them. Sorry.
Yeah, I looked away for a second there too, so I don't know. I still have the Abolish.
Yeah.
You know that. I do not have a Divine Protection in my hand.
I believe I saw Strong Spirits.
Yeah, I have a Strong Spirits.
I don't know if you discard that or not. I can't remember if... I don't think you played one early.
Not early, but I think I did hold on to that one.
Okay, all right. Yeah, again, I just almost always discard my first Strong Spirits because I figure... with Sam, I do... you can hold on to your deck all game with Sam and have an enormous deck and barely move through it and do fine and be this long game playing Sam, and that's a great way to play him, but I really enjoy playing Sam as an extremely aggressive deck that burns through a lot of its own. You drop a lot of things to Magic, and charge forward into enemy territory and take a bunch of commons with you, and it's just an exciting way to play him. It's not necessarily the most strategic. Depends on the game. Depends on if I think if I have enough chance at winning to risk it, whether or not I do that. But that's definitely one way I like to play Sam. Charge in deep into enemy territory and try to catch him off guard.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would like to do that here.
Having those 2 walls in my first hand kind of prevents you from it. Created that choke point to try to keep myself alive because I was worried about just such a strategy.
So I replaced that old Woeful Brother with a new one. That's what I did. Again, I'm kind of throwing out Woeful Brothers because I see why not. If that dies, I can Strong Spirits it later. It's just a good unit to have there fighting anyway.
Yeah, it's one of the better commons you could have on the field, period. And then it also has the added benefit if it dies, it's not a huge deal. So, pushing in, keeping my walls closed off in such a way that I can't summon anything and hit Sam. But I do have some chances to hit your commons.
Yeah, I could have moved that Honor Guard up to take 1 shot at Torgan. I just didn't feel like it was worth it in terms of positioning.
Yeah, because then you'd either have a position open between the Honor Guard and the Woeful, or you'd have a position open next to Sam where I could hit Sam.
Yeah.
Alright, so hitting the walls. Did you already roll on my Berserker? Or that
No,
right now?
it's coming here.
Okay,
And
yep.
it was
a straight miss on the Berserker.
double miss.
And see, that's why it's worth it to have Woeful Brothers, because sometimes people straight miss. Now, obviously, that was him attacking with the Woeful Brother and missing, but like the idea is absolute misses happen more often than you think they do.
Yeah, and even if it wasn't, Sam's ability makes 2 3s also viable for the Woeful Brother to switch.
Yeah, that's Sam's ability really helps those Woeful's. So, alright, my turn here. Got to figure out how to get out of this one. I don't remember if I showed my hand right away or not. I might have forgotten and shown it later. Oh, you're putting down magic. Okay, you're building. Building. Here we go.
Tower.
Bragg. Yeah. All right.
We saw Bragg.
Thanks, Past Evan. That was great. I have a Glacial Surge and 2 Glacial Shifts. That is important because here I go with the Glacial Surge, and Matt says, "Wait." Oh, he's thinking. Does he want to abolish? I was thinking, shoot. In his first 7 or so cards, he had to abolish. My hope here was that he would allow me to play the Surge, but then want to abolish the shift, hoping to waste 2 of my events effectively for the price of 1 abolish, which would be great if I didn't have 2 shifts in my hand. So he does abolish the Surge because his instincts are correct. I don't have another Surge. My plan was to Surge and shift and then have walls that were hard to kill and Bragg because of Bragg, and then have them behind Sam, so he would be in a really tough position if that were to go down. I don't have enough magic to pay for a wall with Torgan.
Haven't decided to move Bragg there.
Yeah,
up and,
move up and back. Yeah, I decided Bragg moved that turn. I don't know why. Berserker attacks the Woeful and hurts it, but does not kill it. Bragg attacks the Honor Guard, kills it, and then Torgan goes for the Woeful. So that was a bummer for me because Bragg's now out there in enemy territory.
Wound on that Woeful.
In enemy territory for no particular reason, which is rough because he doesn't help any of my. I don't have ice walls.
No,
and he's not a strong character to survive attacks.
No, that was a turn I was talking about earlier after the game with Evan. Is if I had a Divine Protection, I was kind of bluffing. See, what I was talking about earlier with the Woeful Brothers and being attacked. If I had a Divine Protection there, I could have swapped with Sam and then had a nice transformation play on Torgan in the next turn, which is what I was trying to convey by my movements and discourage attacks on the Woeful.
Yeah, I don't know why I assumed he didn't have that, but I did. So there's his Divine Protection, it looks
that was
like.
a transformation.
Oh, transformation, Strong Spirits, Abolish, Master Bullock. There we go, and a Cherubim. Okay, yeah, so he just didn't have the Divine Protection that turn. He's checking through my discards. I forget why. Forget what the key thing you were worried
Looking
about.
for Woeful.
Yeah. He decides to not play the Strong Spirits, correct? And I decided to look through his discard because he looked through mine. I just didn't know what was in there. I didn't know if there's anything I needed to know about early in the game. Because, again, I'm on my back foot because he was able to break my event play. That's actually a big deal this game because that Glacial Surge would have been huge. But we were talking about that afterwards as well, and where the idea certainly works that abolishing the shift would have been a good move because it kind of would have wasted both the surge and the shift effectively. It would have forced me to play 2 events when I didn't actually gain anything out of it in terms of positioning. Both Matt and I are hesitant to abolish. Is that Strong Spirits that you just played? No, Transformation. Okay. Both Matt and I are hesitant to abolish events that appear in triplicate in your opponent's deck because there are only 2 abolishes, and it just seems like most of the best events are either only appear once or twice, but the events that appear 3 times are more numerous and hard to contain, and they're more likely to just have another one in their hand, and I just don't enjoy abolishing those as much.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Some teams, like, it's like, obviously if you're playing against Frick, then that's tough because they're all of his events come in 3s.
And there's definitely moments where, like, you know, if your opponent is the Swamp Works and he plays Ambush, and you want to make sure that you survive the turn, you abolish the ambush.
Right.
You know?
I mean, that's similar. Obviously, ideally, I would be like, okay, abolish on For Glory and abolish on something else, whatever.
Yeah.
But we haven't seen For Glory yet. But the Surge, I figured if I abolish the Surge, that means 2 less. The Ice Walls didn't appear, so I have, like, the ability to keep moving forward.
Yep.
And with no Ice Walls, there's no shift coming. So I figured that, and I can threaten with my units. Like, if I had if I had played with the mentality of saying, oh, he could waste 2 events, I'll let the Ice Walls come out, then it would be annoying for me to try and smash down the walls and try and pursue when I feel like I'm in a reasonable position here to get a lot of dice in the near future.
So Matt went ahead and got 3 out of 6 on Bragg, and that was a little bit of a bummer for him because Bragg's not quite as close to death as he would prefer.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
I mean, especially after that 2 for 2, I was like, oh, 4 for 3, I'm gonna kill him. No, I hit 1.
Yep, nuts. Well, and so it doesn't make a huge difference either way though, because 2 life. I mean, 2 life is definitely better than 1 life, but you know, it's not. He's still probably in kill range. I do pay for an Ice Wall. I Glacial Shift it. Using a Glacial Shift, but only on 1 Ice Wall, which is, you know, only half as effective as it can be. I'm gonna see if it kills this Woeful Brother though. See if it hurts it and then kills it. No, it does not. It's all right. I'm trying to figure out if I put Torgan in front, then it's unlikely I'll be able to pay for another Ice Wall and place it where the Woeful is, because Matt will move something there to block me. I'm thinking about where I can place my Ice Walls. I'm also thinking about making sure he can't get behind me with that Cherubim at some point in the near future, with a Divine Protection or something like that. I hit 2 out of 2 on Sam.
Yeah, that was a transformed Sam as well.
Yeah, that was nice for me. Got the Ice Wall up there. Got a bunch of summon points open now. Some behind Sam. And I'm thinking to myself, he has a probable 5 to hit 4, 2 on Bragg and 2 on my Ice Wall. Is kind of how I'm thinking about it. He might be able to summon a Crusader, giving him, or another unit with 2 attack, giving him more dice, maybe 6 to hit 4 effectively. But because those 4 dice are split, or those 4 wounds are split up between 2 objects, between the wall and Bragg, I was hoping it'd be all right, that he would not kill one of them. And either way, if he leaves my champion there, then great. I can do some more stuff with Bragg. I can get another attack off with him. If the wall's open, then that's actually what I was preferring, because it gives me a summoning point behind Sam. Crusher at this point could kill Sam because Sam's got 4 wounds. So we're going to see what happens. He He has 3 dice in range of both choices, but only 3 attacks in which to use those. Total of 6 dice.
So that was 2 for 2 on Bragg.
There we go.
Kill him.
2 for 2 on Bragg. We're going to attack the wall with the Woeful. He's got 3 dice now to hit the wall. Rolling. Here we go. 2 on the wall as well. One of them wouldn't have been a hit if Bragg had been on the field, so it was good of him to kill Bragg first. That was important. And then he used that one final attack with the Cherubim on Torgan. That was really nice positioning on your part, by the way.
Yeah, that was a nice rolling turn as well, so I did go 5 for 5 to make that 1 wound on Torgan possible.
So I still, if I had a Crusher right now, could have 4 for 4 on Sam to win. Right. That would be a terrible way to win this game. I would feel very bad. It just wouldn't be a satisfying way to win, but I do have the chance. Shooter is what I play. I did not show my hand to see whether or not I had a Crusher. I don't believe I did, though, because I think even if it was a terrible way to win, I might have tried it.
Right. I feel like there's no real reason not to, except that
it's expensive and it's unlikely to work.
Yeah.
But
I mean, 3 wounds on Sam is
still be big
good.
news. Yeah, so. It'd still be very helpful at this point. Mm-hmm. For the price of 2 magic, that's doable. Mm-hmm. So Torgan, I'm thinking I move up with him, I kill the Cherubim, and then the problem is that I can't probably put an ice wall where the Cherubim is because he'll move his Warrior Angel onto that spot next turn, and so I'm thinking, nope, move back. This has been my dilemma, is I want to move Torgan up because I want the ice walls to be, I want to create ice walls and I want to move them behind him and around him, but if I move Torgan up, then I won't be able to move the ice walls, and I can't create an ice wall behind Torgan and glacial shift it over Torgan because you can only glacial shift over commons. Mm-hmm. I got 2.
So that's another 2. I mean, he wasn't transformed or anything.
No,
it was
another 2 hits there with that shooter. Sam is not in great condition. I'm killing a few commons and keeping Torgan relatively safe. Mm-hmm. This is acceptable for Sam, but this is not great. Mm-hmm. Sam can take a lot of hits, but yeah, it would be nice if he didn't have 6 wounds on him this early in the game. Mm-hmm. The problem with Sam is his ability is amazing, and it's good to keep your commons up near him, and it's good to keep Sam on your opponent's side of the field or like close to it. But if you keep Sam up in the opponent's side of the field, you can end up like this, where it's real easy to kill a common that's in front of him and then shoot Sam through the hole that that you just created. So if I was somehow able to kill that Warrior Angel and shoot through that hole at Sam, that's a win. That's He's in a scary position. So he's blocked off Sam pretty nicely here. I cannot summon anything and directly attack Sam. Kills the shooter. And he's gonna shoot at me with the Cherubim.
Go Cherubim. Yeah, another hit.
All right, so I do have one potential move here, where I could put 2 shooters. This is from Matt's point of view. I could put 2 shooters down and maybe shoot the Woeful and shoot through and hit Sam for 2. He does not know I have for glory. Because what Matt's thinking right now is I should not play a move like that because it's likely he has a Divine Protection. I know it's very possible he has a Divine Protection, but it doesn't really matter because if I put the shooters down where I'm about to, if he used a Divine Protection, I can still shoot the Woeful again to kill it, and it's unlikely he has both of his Divine Protections, and he has no reason to swap the Woeful with one of my units because that would just give me more dice on Sam. Yep. So I'm in a really great position here with the 4 glory. Oh, I'm playing a glacial. Nope, I'm just paying for one. I'm just paying for a wall. I'm glacial shifting to draw out the abolish, which I do get, which was phenomenal. I was very happy about that.
Yeah.
Drawing out that second abolish and then 4 glory.
No, as soon as I was playing it, I said, no, don't do that. But, but because
you already played
it.
Yeah, you'd already shown the abolish, and that's the one we don't allow taken back, that kind of stuff, because it affects how the game works. So I shoot through with the one shooter. Shooter attacks again, kills the Cherubim and itself. They both die because of 4 glory. And now I've got 4 to hit 2 on Sam. 90% odds here. Miss both of the first die. I'm scared out of my mind. One hit. So 4 to hit 2, 1 hit. But I'm thinking that was a huge bummer. And the shooter dies. I have to remember that in a second.
Yep.
There we go. Thanks, Matt. I was so bummed out I wasn't thinking about the shooter. But I was thinking to myself, he does have only 1 hit now, and Torgan has... Yeah, I have no hand. I used my whole hand that turn. Torgan has one of... Or I built the last one by magic. Sorry, I keep interrupting myself. Torgan has one of the best assassination mechanisms in the entire game now that alliances have come out, because he can put an ice golem down, put ice armor on it, and glacial shift it, giving it 3 movement, and then during the movement phase give it 2 more.
Yep.
And he can go over other common units with the glacial shift, so you can't easily block it.
Mm-hmm.
It is actually one of the coolest things Torgan can do now.
And it's a wall.
And it's a wall, so yeah, as long as it doesn't die, or you don't take the ice armor off of it, you can summon down an enemy territory the next turn.
You can even stack ice armors onto one.
Yep.
Ice golem.
To make it even harder to kill and take the ice armors off.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the, and all I need is 1 hit, so that's a very good option for me now. And Matt knows this, unfortunately, and he's going to try to block against it. Yeah, he's checking through my discard, seeing if I have any Woeful Brothers.
I'm also checking the events. I'm checking those shifts because
make sure I didn't drop a shift into magic or something.
Mm-hmm.
And
so, that was a winning move for Torgan. So I feel like
I was very proud of that move.
Yeah. So that right there just showed how viable Torgan can be.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I was really bummed I didn't win there. I mean, obviously, just because I expected to and was expected to, and then I wanted Torgan to get that win right there with 4 glory and show everybody that Torgan can even beat Sam and in a very normal way. That's any summoner can get overzealous, even summoners that people regard as very powerful, such as Sam. And Strong Spirits got played there, and Torgan can battle it out with the best of them. And so I feel like that has been shown by that move. You understand that Torgan is not inferior on some intrinsic level to Sam if they're played well. Mm-hmm. But he didn't happen to get the win because of some dice, so it is what it is. However, what ends up coming out of that for you guys, for the viewers, and girls, guys and girls, is that we actually had a pretty decent end game come out of this. You might be able to see, that there's a lot more to this video. That game was supposed to be less than 30 minutes long. It didn't end up going that way, and there's a lot of moves yet to come. So I really edited it down as much as I could have as well, in terms of trying to take out any chunks of time that where nothing was happening.
Yeah. I mean, so we saw my last move there was just defending Sam. Yep. I ran everybody back, didn't do anything.
There are 6 spaces that I'd have to cross to get an ice golem behind Sam, and I can move 5 of them. He did the math perfectly. I can't get through. If he'd been 1 space farther forward, I don't think there was an easy way for him to survive that next turn if I had the combination. And what I did actually have in my hand, I do remember I had the ice golem and I had the armor. No, I had the ice golem and the shift, but not the armor. So I'm waiting for that armor to pop up in my hand. I believe I show my hand eventually. There we go. Shift, ice golem, crusher, Ugg, another ice golem. Yeah, Ugg gets a fun little appearance here. I almost never use him because the Tundra Orcs have an incredible champion pool, and Ugg is not among their best.
Right,
but a surprise 4 dice and a champion with a lot of life who's unlikely to die in one turn could come in handy majorly in the future. So I did keep him in there this game. I believe my champions were Ugg and Raldag and I can't remember. No, Bragg. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I considered Wagner instead of Ugg because it's the fun idea to use Wagner to get out ice golems, but he's expensive for a mechanic that's unlikely in Torgan's deck because I didn't put in. I put in a bunch of ice golems, but it's still not likely that your next card is going to be an ice golem. And there's no way to manipulate your deck with Torgan, so you can't make it more likely.
Everybody see
Father B.
Benjamin.
Yeah, that's good for Sam.
It's good, yeah. Especially with Sam's health the way it is.
Yep.
We just need to generate enough magic to get him out and to make him useful.
And you've got a Crusader. So there we go. 5 magic for Father Beat. Coming right out. Really is one of the coolest champions.
Yeah. I love that little extra ability he has by putting himself on the bottom of the deck. It's just an interesting mechanic.
Yeah, gosh.
You can get him out of your hand if you don't want him yet.
Yeah, but without sacrificing him for the whole game by just building him or something. That's a really nice thing he's got. Matt doesn't need it this game though because he just needs Father Benjamin very badly right now.
Yeah.
He's in too much pain.
Obviously I don't have 4 magic, which is what I would want to heal Sam, and my deck is getting lower. So I want to be able to use that magic for other things other than just healing Sam. I want another champion out.
Yeah, because if Matt ends up just healing Sam and with those 4 magic, but doesn't have any way of getting another champion out, it's pretty likely I'll just win in the long term because I've got a pretty decent sized deck left. It's a little hard to see that, but I actually do. I have a reasonable number of cards left. Matt's actually pretty low. I'm midway through my deck, and he's probably he's probably got 4th or something left. So I've got a slight advantage in that sense. He obviously has more out on the board, but he's also 1 wound away from dying, and I'm 4. So nice little whack on my wall there.
So yeah, my goal here is to just try and have him out as a heavy attacking unit for now and generate magic on his own.
Yep.
And be able. So I'd like to be able to pay for Sam's healing with destroyed things from my opponent and pay for another champion on my own. I can do that. I've done the math in my head. I can do that.
Yep.
With what it looks like I have left and what I have in my hand.
Yeah, he could drop enough things from his own deck to pay for 1 more champion, and if he's able to destroy a few more things for me, he'll use that magic to heal Sam. That's an easy math to do. But I have enough magic here for approximately a champion, about 5 or 6 there, and I've got a decent amount of deck left. I don't really know where to move Torgan right now because I don't want Torgan to take unnecessary hits. I do want him to be able to create walls if I get that surge. I want him to be able to create new ice walls surge, and then shift them. When I shift this ice golem, I'm hoping to ice armor and then shift the ice golem. But I don't want to just shift an ice golem. I would like to shift a wall with him in a good position. So yeah, I moved Torgan there, thinking if he destroys the wall, I'll create an ice wall where it is, potentially. If I send a bunch of ice walls up around Sam, his priority will be to take those out because he doesn't want me summoning things next to him. I'm thinking about this more and thinking that's a lot of magic. Yeah, it's not a perfect plan, but at least if I can put pressure on him and keep the pressure going, I think I can win because I think I can find a chink in his armor if I can push him a little bit. I think eventually he'll have to show a weakness, and then I'll exploit it for that one final hit. I don't want to just send units against Father Benjamin because he'll kill them, and then when I finally kill Father Benjamin, Matt will benefit from it.
Yeah.
So that strategy is not going to work. I'm hoping for an assassination, or to, again, put kind of like a positioning pressure on Matt so that Father Benjamin can't single-handedly carry his team. So unfortunately, he blocks me off there with that wall, so I can't send an Ice Golem up the side easily. He's able to move Sam over a little farther if he wants to. Stay off of the side of the board where I've got all my walls. He's wisely keeping his commons close to Sam.
So nothing can run on through them.
Yep. And it's also good to know that the Ice Golems can't walk over units just because they're ice walls. It's only during those first 3 movement where they're glacial shifting that they can go over commons.
Right.
So Matt's gonna do that math in his head in this game. That's just important to remember. It's not that they can move 5 spaces over units. It's that they can move 3 spaces over units, then 2 extra spaces.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Matt's gonna attack my wall again. Another 3. So
I just killed that wall and
very quickly and got some nice magic out of it. That's good. It leaves me a nice little hole I can use to attack him now and move through. And not exactly sure what I'm going to do with it yet. Torgan's got another issue that wall that blocks me from sending an Ice Golem through also provides Matt with very easy access to Torgan. And so I've got to figure out what to do. I've got Ugg, I've got a Crusher, Ice Golem, Shift, and I got that armor finally. This is the turn where I got the ice armor, and it's unfortunate that wall is where it is. Because obviously he wouldn't have moved Sam there if he hadn't put the wall down, but I finally have the ice armor necessary to make that move, and that's the number of spaces away I need him to be. Minus that wall, minus that blocking wall.
Yeah.
So, trying to figure out exactly what to do here. I could create an ice wall next to Torgan on either side. On the side next to his wall, though, I could do that and then, block off his wall from summoning anything that could hit me. But I just moved Torgan back because I don't want to waste the magic on nothing. Matt draws his last cards. I think I discarded something. I think I discarded one of my... maybe my Crusher. I wanted to get myself up to... I believe I had 8 magic here. Mm-hmm. I was hoping to be able to summon Ugg or Raldag, though when I looked at my deck, I realized after dropping only 1 card, I'm only drawing 1 card, and that top card is not a Tundra Guild card. It is a Tundra Orc card, so it's not going to be Raldag. But I was thinking summon maybe Ugg and a common would be nice ability to have, because I'm not sure what Matt's coming up with next, but if he were to summon a ranged champion, he could attack me directly with it, and it would be nice to have the ability to have a champion and a common.
Right.
Lots of dice, or just something that could block for Torgan.
So I am just really happy that, I don't know this, but I'm happy now looking back that it wasn't Krung that I'm dealing with.
Mm-hmm. Yep, because I could have had Krung for that number of magic.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another wall. So he's blocked off that side entirely, walled himself in, but also given him some nice ability to hit me from that side. I don't have any more natural walls left to play, so it's too bad for me. But yeah, he can still hit me if he wants, or he can move back like he is to defend himself. I can't move through champions with Glacial Shift also. Not that this positioning would allow me to, but also worth mentioning, only through commons. So the champions, having champions for him is obviously, it's good to have champions for many reasons, but one of them in this case is that they provide a better defense positioning-wise than his commons do. His commons are very limited in the defense they actually provide Sam.
Yep.
So I'm still hoping for this assassination. That's the goal.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking to myself, it's not likely to get an assassination outright. I'm going to have to make a more normative play first, and then again keep pressure on him until he allows me the assassination.
Mm-hmm.
is, I think, the only way it's going to work. Because I can't just take on Father Benjamin, and I can't just assassinate him. So out comes Ugg.
So here comes Ugg. Ugg's going to obviously try and smash down some walls. I'm feeling a little relieved that it's Ugg. I know he has 4 attack die, but I'm like, okay, I can. I hadn't really thought about how I'm gonna like surround him or anything, but I'm like, at least I know all my hits are gonna go through.
Yeah, it's true. You can do the math to know exactly when Ugg will die, which is the unfortunate part of his ability. It's why I actually think, even though he has so much life, and so much attack, he's actually not an amazing champion to use most of the time. Because he genuinely isn't he's so predictable for your enemy that he, I don't know how to describe it, doesn't afford you very many opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, well, what would normally take several turns to kill, you can calculate that to be 1 full turn of attacking can kill Ugg if you get a proper surround on him. Whereas, like, if you were attacking Krung, who has, I mean, he has 1 more health, but you're like, you assume that only a certain amount of die are going to go through anyway, so it changes your plan of attack.
And you can be wrong. With Bragg, Matt thought he was going to kill him in 1 turn because of that 2 for 2 in the first, but then he missed several die, and if he'd not got the 2 for 2 on Bragg, it could have changed the outcome. With Ugg, you can plan your turn and know for certainty that you're going to kill the enemy unit that stands in front of you if you surround him the way you need to. So there are no odds anymore that can go in someone's favor. It will always go in your opponent's favor if you're using Ugg. However, 4 attack die, and he's in a position right now where he can't be attacked. I'm going to smash at Matt's wall.
Yeah.
Got that nice 2 for 4 again. Notice that number
it's
coming
like
around.
I don't mind that too much, because my plan economically was to throw my walls out there for immediate protection and then destroy them myself later.
Yeah.
Obviously, if I ran up and destroyed them myself, helping out Ugg, it would be a problem. But I'm not too concerned about that wall on the end going down. Because Ugg would have to move out of the way for that Ice Golem to shift through him anyway. So,
yeah, it's true. It's not as if the Ice Golem can shift past Ugg. So there we go. Got another 3 there on that. 3 out of 4. That was nice. Ice Golem misses. He just does not want to hit that wall. He's made friends with it. They're buddies.
Don't make me hurt my friend. That's what he was saying.
Ice Golem looks at the wall and thinks of the path not taken. Anyway, so I've got another Ice Golem in my hand, which is kind of nice. So Matt might think that this is my last Ice Golem. I'm sure he wouldn't be so completely not cautious, to think that for certain that was my last one. But I might, over time, if I just continue playing against him, he might begin subconsciously thinking that's my last Ice Golem.
Or just like relax in general, because before I was thinking wholeheartedly about everything because I was in a losing position, so I knew I needed to cover all my bases, and in a situation like this where I'm starting to gain some momentum back, I would be more inclined to make a mistake.
Yeah. Well, and here we've got, actually, again, from this position, you can see I could move an Ice Golem. I could summon an Ice Golem on that ice wall, the only ice wall on the map, move it through the Warrior Angel, and then move it the last 2 spaces to attack Sam if I had magic. I just don't. But I have all the other cards to make that work. So I'm trying to generate magic as well, because I don't want to give up Glacial Surge, which is a great card, or the Glacial Shift, or the Ice Armor, or the Ice Golem. And shooters are just nice. There's nothing wrong with having another common, so I don't want to discard any of my cards because I see my deck getting pretty low as well. Matt's decked out. What he's got on the field is pretty much what he's going to have for the rest of the game.
Yep.
Now that Master Bullock is out there, that's what I have to deal with. So I'm trying to generate magic, just like he's trying to generate magic. I decide to switch my units around a little bit here because I don't want Torgan to just get whacked on by Father Benjamin.
Yep, and now I have no magic for Father Benjamin's ability.
Yep.
So I'm trying to, again, generate those on my own now.
Yep.
So I can pay for in the late game. My goal was to get Master Bullock out. That was imperative that I had another heavy-hitting champion out to be able to try and stay in this game. Because I couldn't do it alone, even though Ugg can be hit by everyone. I can't win against him with commons alone.
Yeah, just making sure you get that one hit from the Crusader isn't all that important. You want to be able to get 3 hits at once. Otherwise, he just takes too long to kill. Mm-hmm. But in this position, he's just not very useful. I was hoping to break through that wall more quickly than I have been able to. It's not quite gone my way. I know you're not supposed to be able to break through it in 3 turns exactly.
Yeah, it's supposed
to be
supposed
4 turns, but
with just that one attack of 4.
Yeah, exactly. But I was hoping if I could break through it, I would definitely give myself better positioning. I could kind of slip through onto Matt's side of the field, and then I'd have him from both sides. He'd have to worry about the side that Ugg and Torgan were on, his own side of the field, and he'd have to worry about the side with my walls where I could summon an ice golem and swing it up really fast.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons I've been attacking my own wall constantly, that bottom one. I'm trying to get that out of the way so Master Bullock can actually go back and forth between the 2 fronts there.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm happy the walls are remaining where they are, because if I can keep the split that way, then I can sneak onto his side of the field and not be killed, but also put pressure on him. So he's going to move up here. I see this movement and my heart jumps in my chest. I'm so happy because right here, if I summon on that ice wall, I can glacial shift right over the angel, and actually I could just turn the existing ice golem that's there into an ice wall and shift it up. And actually I have 2 ice armors. I could do 2 of them if this ice golem lives. I could turn it into an ice wall, summon a new ice golem, turn it into an ice wall, and shift both of them past. That was super happy for me to see this play. This position, he's going to try to kill the ice golem. This is what I've been waiting for him to make this slight error where he gives me an opening that he's not considering. Perhaps he doesn't realize again that I have another ice golem in my hand. So, yeah, and I know he's thinking he's going to destroy my wall here as well, so I can't maybe summon from that one wall. And Ugg is then in danger, and so is Torgan. Then he realizes his mistake, and so that's not how that game goes.
Yep. So that's Saw that. Saw what I've been fearing from the moment Sam had 7 wounds on him.
Yeah.
So
the attack, again, at 1 die to hit Sam. However, if I'd missed Sam, then I've still got an ice golem next to Sam, who is also a wall, who can't be deceivered because there are none of those, who can't be gorgoned because there are none of those. So and he's got an ice armor on him, so he's not likely to die that turn. He's likely to get 1 more attack on Sam. So it's really more like a 2 to hit 1 scenario.
Right. And the why I was checking that discard was I did kind of just move those there as placeholders. It's kind of how I think about our games when we play them on the board. I don't have to visualize every move on the app. I just kind of move around and see how that looks, and then take it back. And I checked the discard, noticed the commons didn't add up correctly, so then I started thinking about it more, and I was like, that could easily surge, and then I could get whacked in the face and lose.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to do that.
Yep. So he's decided on a new position, one where he could maybe kill the wall and then hit Ugg if he gets 3 for 3 on the wall with Master Bullock. If he doesn't get 3 for 3, he can leave the wall there, and Ugg can't move through and hit either of them. So that's a good substitution for his previous move.
Like you substitution? Oh,
some math terms there. Some first year calculus. All right.
So I got the expected roll, 3 for 2. So I I'm going to opt against taking that wall down because I don't want Ugg to have a free whack on Master Bullock more so. I don't want...
I've got Raldag there, and then the Ice Armors, the Glacial Shift, and the Ice Golem. So Ice Golem, Glacial Shift, Ice Armor, you know, that combo is not happening right now. I have 2 Ice Armors. Probably don't need both of them. I do need to get Raldag out. That's what I've started to realize. I need to generate magic somehow. If I kill my own wall and Matt's wall this turn, which are expected, then I've got an okay shot here, because that wall's going down either way. If I just wait in the position I am, my own wall will be destroyed, and then Ugg will be hit for a amount of dice he doesn't have to be, and then killed the next turn in all likelihood. If I attack the wall now, then at least it goes down on my terms. I take the magic. If I kill Father Benjamin, he won't have as much magic to heal Sam. Just a bunch of reasons why I'd rather kill that wall of my own, and of course his, because it gives me that backdoor to escape out of. So I'm thinking it through. I'm thinking through if there's any benefit to the idea of just sending the Ice Golem down there anyway, even if it doesn't reach Sam. It could get pretty close. Putting that pressure on him would mean he'd have to waste a bunch of movement trying to block off Sam again and get Sam safe. It's hard to know whether or not that would have been a great idea. I don't think it's amazing because it takes away the one threat I have. Holding those cards is a deterrent.
Yeah, exactly.
It forces Matt to play a particular way that is easy to understand and calculate.
And the other thing is, by summoning it, you're actually cutting off your endgame path of having a champion.
Yeah, it's true, because there's very little chance I'm going to be able to summon both the Ice Golem and Raldag, especially if I'm wasting the Ice Golem and not getting magic out of its death.
Right.
So I'm trying to get Torgan safe. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead, keep that positioning. Ugg can't be hit no matter what this upcoming turn. And I'm going to attack that wall of Matt's. Got it.
Yep, that one's finally gone.
And now I'm going to attack, and this Ice Golem can finally hit this wall. It's a different wall than it's been attacking all game, but nope. So going to give Matt that magic. It's a bummer, but that's how it goes. The other nice thing is he's going to shoot it with Master Bullock and then shoot my Ice Golem with Father Benjamin. That's pretty much guaranteed. If I'd killed the Ice Wall, he still only gets to hit me with either Master Bullock or Father Benjamin. It's the same amount of dice on my Ice Golem next turn either way. But one way gives me the magic for my wall, gives me closer to Raldag, keeps him farther away from healing Sam. And the other way gives him the magic. So I'm bummed that didn't work. That was a small thing, but this kind of an end game, those small things add up.
So I'm actually playing it safe here because I realize if I shoot the wall, kill it, and then shoot at the Ice Golem, I can do some wounds, or I could kill it. Either way, that lets Ugg run up and smack Master Bullock, and I still feel like I'm at a bit of I don't know, disadvantage is wrong, but I feel like if Ugg at full health whacks Master Bullock with 4 dice, I could go from a good position to a very bad one pretty quickly in this end game. I don't have any more tricks up my sleeve. I'm holding on to 1 card.
Yeah, what was your 1 card?
It's a transformation.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's true. He doesn't really have anything more he can do on his end to swing this game back in his favor if I start gaining momentum. So it's good of him to play. He has the board position advantage. I do have that assassination play advantage, but that's not necessarily enough of an advantage to win this for me. So it's wise of him to play it the way he is. He's got, as you can see, champions blocking off the route to Sam, as well as that Sam is safe from that far side because it's not 5 spaces, it's 6 from my wall to him. So I go ahead and move in Ugg through the hole. I'm going to try to slip around back to his side of the field. That's all I can really do at this point. Try to put pressure on him from that side. Again, push him pincer him between that side of the board and my walls, my remaining walls. What's hilarious about this game is that I'm saying pincer him in the corner as if my units are anywhere near him, but that's the cool thing about Torgan with this combo, with this Ice Golem shift combo. I've got massive board control. I effectively control more than half of the board, even though he's got way more units out and way more attack dice, and because at any moment here I could kill Sam.
Yep.
With one wrong play. It's Torgan's assassination potential just goes way up.
Yep, that's true.
Even on Sam, even on someone powerful like him. And my goodness, you could actually even pair that with For Glory.
I was just gonna say that I think For Glory only does 1 wound if it attacks twice. That's what the card says. Like For Glory just puts 1 wound. Oh yes,
puts 1 wound on whatever. Yeah. So you could move up with a Ice Golem, and you could let it take that wound. You know that's fine because it's got 2 more life, and then it's still got an ice armor if you really need to save it.
Yeah.
And you could have 2 ice armors on it even. It doesn't, This is it's not a terrible place to be. So Matt decides to wall himself off from my walls with his units and attack my walls, giving me his half of the board effectively on this other side because he realizes I can't get to him this turn.
Yeah.
I finally move Ugg out of my own way, and then I'm trying to think, should I move him forward a little bit? And I'm thinking, no, I don't want to let Matt have the first attack on Ugg. I want to attack first with Ugg. I want Ugg to get the first swing, not the other way around, because Ugg probably is only going to live through 2 turns.
Yeah.
Once he gets into battle, so I want at least 2 turns of attacking with him to make him worth it.
Yep.
So I don't attack the wall, I believe, because let me think about this. Do I attack it this turn? I can't remember if we're about to find out, I suppose. I can't remember right now. I either said that's the end of my turn. No, here we go. I'm going to attack that back wall.
Yeah.
Gives me some magic, but I don't actually, that front wall, that wall closest to Sam, I don't want destroyed because, again, that puts Ugg in a position where he's going to take the first hit. And because he's got 4 attack dice, if I attack and hit all 4, that puts that wall in such easy range. Master Bullock can shoot it, and then Father Benjamin could shoot through that. So there we go. I go for it anyway in the end. I'm deciding that I'm not sure what his last card is. He's starting to get some magic. I don't want him summoning anything, and I do need the magic for Raldag more than I actually need Ugg, in an odd way, because Ugg will no matter what get 1 attack.
Yeah, and the wall in the back is in equal jeopardy of me killing it myself with just Father Benjamin, and then there's no way to get to him.
Yeah. Yeah, and then the other problem is if he moved Master Bullock forward in order to shoot through the wall, then he's offering me Master Bullock on a silver platter for Ugg. So it's not it could go either way kind of here. He the way he had to move Father Benjamin, I forced him to shoot the wall that turn or give it to me.
Yeah.
And now Father Benjamin is within range. Unfortunately, he now has 2 magic.
Yep.
So he can actually heal Sam a little bit.
Yeah, significant amount.
Yeah.
For this end game here.
Yeah, no, that's huge because Sam only has 1 hit left, and most of my units at this point can't do 3 damage in 1 attack. Ugg is actually the last card I have that can do 3 damage in 1 attack. So if he gets Sam to a point where he still has 3 life, then I can't probably kill him in 1 turn unless I get a surround on him. And that seems unlikely at this stage in the game because he's got a lot of units, commons that are surrounding Sam, etc. I move in, surrounding his wall a little bit. trying to give myself a bit of positioning. My hope here is that if he wants to surround Ugg, he'll put himself in a position. Got that nice 2 again. If he wants to surround Ugg, it'll put himself in a position where I might be able to sneak my Ice Golem in. Or I'll force him to not be able to surround Ugg, and then... Because if he surrounds Ugg with Master Bullock, the Crusader, and Father Benjamin, he still can't quite kill it. If he surrounds it with Father Benjamin, the Warrior Angel, and Master Bullock, he still can't quite kill it because he'd move Father Benjamin too far away from his Crusader. I'm kind of doing this math here where I'm thinking where Ugg is, he can't be killed, and even if he could be killed, Matt would be opening himself up to that Ice Golem maneuver. So even though Ugg is in such an open position, he's not dying this turn.
Right.
Which is important because I need to get him at least 2 attacks. I was hoping to kill a champion and do wounds to another champion with Ugg. Doesn't probably look like it's going to happen now, but we'll see. Mm-hmm. So Matt's moving himself into a position. I can't move that Ice Golem through the Warrior Angel because he's moved the exact number of spaces away that he can. He's moved to the maximum limit he's got for me to be able to go through it with a Glacial Shift. It's very good. And on the other side with his Crusader, he's also the exact number of spaces away from the wall that the Glacial Shift would move the Ice Golem. So he's counting everything with his finger, counting all the numbers on how far I can move. And then he's just going to whack me for a few, hurt me this turn, but not kill me, setting me up for next turn. And he's got to just accept the fact that Ugg's going to get some more hits on him.
Yeah, well, my other fear for where I was moving Sam there was that there could just be a shooter at the end, and that would throw one more die. Although...
Same.
I started thinking if Father Benjamin dies, I heal him, and then the shooter would attack, so I wouldn't lose.
No, you wouldn't lose, but you would just put yourself in jeopardy of one more,
Yeah.
Though it would ruin my chances at getting Raldag. Mm-hmm. So that's why I just wouldn't do that. And right. You obviously don't know exactly what my last champion is, or if I have a champion left even. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you assume that I do, but... it doesn't look like I'm going to get to play him yet because my magic is kind of not the place where I need it to be yet. I still have, I think, 4 or something cards in my hand. I still have a bunch of cards.
Yeah.
5, actually, maybe. Because I think I still have the shooter and the... or Raldag, Ice Armor, Shift, and Ice Golem. That's what I have. I have those 5.
Right.
So I've still got a full hand.
So I did just do 5 wounds with 5 attack, because that's Ugg.
Yeah, this is why Ugg is a bit of a problem, because Matt can predict that he is safe now from Ugg, because next turn, I can't really do that much.
Nope, Master Bullock kills him no matter what.
Yep.
And if he wants to run him away, then Father Benjamin's alive.
Yep. Well, and Ugg will still die.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, right, if I run him away,
no...
I can't save him.
Yeah.
So, I move in. I'm thinking I kill Father Benjamin. Now is better than later because he'll just keep getting more magic. Mm-hmm. And Father Benjamin is actually a threat, and he is within range of killing him, so go for it. There's all 4. That was nice. So he saves 2 wounds on himself. Going out with a bang. And I'll see if my Ice Golem gets a hit on this Warrior Angel. Does. So just 1 more wound on one of his units. Slowly whittling him away.
I think there was one turn where Sam's aura saved a Woeful brother another turn.
Yeah, it was.
One turn in this game. Other than that, transformation plus like his aura in general, they've all taken every single die thrown at them.
Yeah, yeah. Well, every normal die. Anyway.
Yeah.
And we were actually concerned when we were thinking about this game. We were thinking that Sam took 6 out of 6 die in the early game. He didn't quite. I noticed I attacked. The first attack was with a Berserker who hit 2 out of 3.
Right.
He still got hit by a lot. He still got hit by a whole lot really early because Berserker is not necessarily supposed to get 2 out of 3. It's supposed to get either 1 or 2 out of 3.
Right.
But it got the 2, and then I hit 4 out of 4 right after that. So that's, Sam still didn't do all that well. But yeah, for the record, it wasn't 6 out of 6. We were talking about that earlier. Oh yeah, earlier in this game, I was going to mention that during this game because I mentioned it when I was listening to the audio. I was listening to myself talk about this. There was a pause in the game where we were talking about the die or not. We've mixed our die together from our multiple box sets, from our alliances, and from our master set, and from the starter sets and whatever. The die are not identical. We learned that some of them have faces on opposite. They're mirror images of one another. We made the joke that they're chiral die. For all of you OChem alumni out there, but that they have. I don't know what between sets, if that was the difference or what, or if it was within the same set. I'm laughing. That's like a weird thing to change the way the die are made halfway through production. So it's like a conscious decision someone had to make that was a thing. Sam moves forward now because he's
Sam's feeling a little bit better. Yeah.
He's not so close to death. He goes out and kills Ugg himself.
No, Master Bullock killed Ugg. Sam
killed
the
Ice Golem. Thank you. Ice Golem. Yeah.
Yeah. So everything is transformed this turn.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead.
Matters.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to kill this wall. I don't know why I moved 2 spaces back. I could just move 1 space back, but fine.
Taking full advantage of ranged attack.
Yep. I think it would have been better to stay 1 space closer just because, but it's fine. I just didn't want...
Oh, yeah, remember this too. It's I'm trying my best now to deny Evan any magic I possibly can, and the fact that he went 1 for 2 on that wall leaves it in kill range for me.
Yep.
So I'm going to try and just get rid of that.
Yep.
And I don't. But
But it's all right. Because I'm just going to immediately take that and roll back. I should have moved forward 1 space. That's important for everyone watching. I don't kill the wall. I should have moved forward 1 space either way, because Matt does this great thing here where he saves his Warrior Angel by moving it 2 spaces back. If I'd been 1 space forward, I still could have killed the Warrior Angel next turn.
Yeah.
But where I am, I can't do anything. He's going to shoot the wall 3 to hit 1, and then I'm stuck back there with this scary face of Master Bullock looking right at me, and I can't do anything about it. If I'd moved forward and attacked the Warrior Angel, I would still be dealing with Master Bullock right in my face. So It's not that was the only... It would just it gave me the option if I decided it was worth the risk. And where I am right now, I don't have any options. So I'm not in a sweet spot right now. I've got that ice wall over there. Doesn't benefit me to kill it because it'll just go to my ice wall pile because it's a minor ice wall. If I kill my own wall over there, there's no guarantee I'll kill it before Matt because it's at full health, so he'll just run over and start attacking it as well.
Yep. If
I manage to kill it, then I got a magic, but he'll just kill my minor ice wall and I won't have anywhere to summon Raldag from. I really have to kill a common of his probably, or just drop everything I have in my hand.
Yeah.
Which I don't want to do because I feel like that's my only chance for winning, kind of, is this... Not necessarily that play I had before. The assassination play kind of will no longer work as well as it would have before. But I need some more units. I'm just Raldag and Torgan right now. Might not be able to take the force Matt has. Mm-hmm. So Matt just moves over towards my walls. He's thinking the same thing I am. There's no reason for him not to just start shooting at me. I think I did drop... I dropped some magic last turn, so I think it was one of the ice armors, maybe. Or the shift. Actually, it was the shift. I realized the shift doesn't really help me. The ice armor might. So I think I kept one. Or 2. I think I kept both right now. Either that or I dropped the shift and the ice armor. I can't exactly remember. But I keep Torgan where he is because I don't know what to do with him. I don't want to move behind my walls because then he's just going to push forward and Torgan's going to be stuck behind there in that corner. But if I leave Torgan where he is, he's just going to shoot at my walls.
Yep.
there's not really a great place for me right now. I decided to just keep Torgan just out of range. That way, if I need Torgan to move in and do something, he can. But he's not in any immediate danger of being attacked first. I kind of liked that idea. So, he's moving in. Not sure about that Warrior Angel, if it's safe to leave Sam so unguarded. Because I can still Ice Golem, Ice Armor, Glacial Shift, in Matt's mind anyway. I can still do that over both of those units and then hit Sam. And then, could he kill the Ice Golem in time before it got 3 wounds on him? Probably. That's why he ends up moving them forward. But if the Ice Golem could kill the Warrior Angel just by moving over it.
Yeah. So
it is still a little bit scary to consider where he's moving now. Alright, he decides to shoot at the wall. He does kill the ice wall. Mm-hmm. That's fine. It didn't really give me any more advantage in where I could summon anyway. No. It doesn't give him magic, doesn't give me magic, so it's not a huge deal.
Yep.
It just means Torgan is a little bit out in the open. But
now I got my sights on that wall over there.
I do have 6 magic. That's what I had to. I discarded 2 6 so that I could play him this turn. Boom. That's pretty much everything I've got at this point. Is Raldag. I do have a Ice Golem in my hand and an Ice Armor and 1 more Ice Armor if I'm remembering correctly. I think I have 2 Ice Armors and an Ice Golem still in my hand. Mm-hmm. So the goal here is, I'm thinking, do I kill the Crusader with Torgan and Raldag? 4 to hit 3. Again, it's the odds. It leaves Torgan in the open. He's going to get hit pretty hard next turn. But if I kill that Crusader, then I can drop one of the Ice Armors, and then the next turn I can summon an Ice Golem with Ice Armor and pair him with Raldag and hopefully save Torgan. That's my plan. And I'm thinking if I just go with Raldag and I save Torgan, then from this positioning, then I hit 1 there and 1 there. So, but if I had just done that with Raldag, then he's just going to whittle down Raldag. I probably won't get the Ice Armor on the Ice Golem, so I drop 2. I have to drop both of my Ice Armors because I didn't get that Crusader. So yeah, that was a bummer too, because if I'd had an Ice Armor on the impending Ice Golem, assuming I survive this turn, that was another thing. He could just get 4 out of 5, and I knew that was the risk I had to take.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping that Ice Golem plus Ice Armor plus Raldag gives me good positioning. That was the goal.
So the Warrior Angel just did not do anything.
Sneezed again.
Yeah. But
so he gets 2 out of 5, which was great for me. It was definitely worth it to try to hit that Crusader. I didn't, obviously, so it's still, my plan didn't work, but it didn't backfire too hard. So now I'm oh, that's right. No, this was the problem. I only had 1 Ice Armor in my hand.
Right,
I did this when I was talking with you after the game, too.
Yeah, I was thinking that, too.
No, I had 1 Ice Armor in my hand. Killing the Crusader would have either allowed me to drop the Ice Armor and get the Ice Golem 1 turn earlier, or to try to kill both of his commons like this and pay for the Ice Golem while still having the Ice Armor. I probably would have just summoned the Ice Golem a turn earlier and saved Torgan, because Torgan was supposed to be at this turn at 1 health. Mm-hmm. That was my expectation. Because now I just have to let him shoot me and hope I don't die. 3 to hit 2. So you've seen how much longer there is in the video. You know where this is going. He gets 1.
Yeah, that last die rolled off of that card and into a 1. It was a hit before that.
So that was good for me. I've got 1 more chance at coming back at this. I have to put the Ice Golem there. And I have to move a particular way in order to save Torgan. Trying to think of how best to save Torgan, and still move forward with the Ice Golem and Raldag for next turn. I have 5 health on Raldag. He has 5 health on Master Bullock. He's more dice with Master Bullock, but I have the ability for Raldag and the Ice Golem. See, here's where I really would have loved having Ice Armor. I could have put it on the Ice Golem, moved it up in front of Raldag. But I dropped it thinking that if I killed the Crusader, I'd get Ice Golem a turn earlier, and it would be able to save Torgan from that roll that should have killed him, but just didn't happen to. And if I had let Torgan take way more dice than he ever should have right at the end of the game, then I would have had Ice Armor if I just held it, but oh well. So I rushed forward.
Yep. So I did get 3 for 3 on Raldag that turn.
Yeah, it's big because that puts him in likely kill range for this next turn, which puts Torgan in a really bad way. Thankfully, Matt's thinking, I'll move forward with Sam and attack the Ice Golem because Sam's got 3 life. He does kill Raldag, but I was a little surprised by this because that puts you in range of a 3 for 3, and if you just kept Sam back, you weren't.
Yeah, I don't know actually why. I think I was just not thinking about that space going away or something. I didn't think about Sam being attacked.
Because this gives me my chance. I'm thinking about this positioning. I'm thinking, what if I keep him up? It's actually much better to keep him back. So I don't do this move. I pull him back. Yeah. There we go. That's actually way better for positioning because the way it forces Matt to move next turn, he can only hit me with 3 dice maximum, and which is more than enough to kill me potentially, but it's instead of 5. Yeah. And then it gives me better chances on Sam next turn because Sam is pretty much no matter what going to be within range of me next turn.
So that was 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3, which
been a loss.
Which is the amount that Ben healed him.
Yeah.
So if Matt hadn't got any of those magic that he got, either of those 2 magic, he could have died right there.
Yeah. So now I'm realizing there is only one move to make here. So
yep, because of how I move, there is one move.
Yep.
So thinking about how to do it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's any way I could play it even safer.
Mm-hmm. Somehow saving Sam or kill the Ice Golem.
Mm-hmm. But nope, I'm just gonna go for the 3 for 1.
Yep. Yeah, because if he shoots at the Ice Golem, if he moves Sam 1 space back, moves moves Master Bullock 1 space in front, kills the Ice Golem with a 3 for 2, he might as well just shot for the 3 for 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, to win. There's like no. Winning is the safest way to not lose.
Yeah.
So why not just go for that? If he misses this, he's giving me 2 to hit, 1 on Sam, but that's how it has to go. And that's
game. So I almost did flat out miss.
Yeah, but did not. That rolled off the mat and became a 4.
Yeah.
It was a good game. Good end game. But yeah, now hopefully you see Torgan as a viable option.
Mm-hmm. That was the goal anyway.
Until next time.
Yeah, SummoNerds out.